Kamala Harris went on Charlemagne the God Show to talk about the Biden administration's agenda. But near the end of the interview, Charlemagne asked a question that caught the vice president completely off guard. He asked, "Who's the real president of this country, Joe Biden or Joe Manchin?" Harris's spokesperson immediately tried to end the interview and played the old "you're breaking up" trick.
Can you hear me now?
Can you hear me, Madam Vice President?
I'm sorry, you got to wrap.
Oh.
So I'm sorry to interrupt.
This exchange ended up going viral because it raised a very real point. Senator Joe Manchin, a right-wing Democrat from West Virginia, has been withholding his vote from Biden's landmark social spending bill, the Build Back Better plan. The Build Back Better plan would allocate almost $2 trillion to climate programs, schools, healthcare, but without Manchin's vote, the Democrats would only have 49 votes, one shy of passing the bill in the Senate. Manchin has been using his vote to extract concessions. For example, Manchin opposed the bill saying it was too large. So the Biden administration cut its size from $3.5 trillion to $1.7 trillion. Manchin said the Democrats had to choose the programs they wanted to prioritize. So the Biden administration cut vision and dental care for seniors and slashed the budgets of several proposed programs. Joe Biden has been meeting regularly with Joe Manchin, even inviting Manchin to his personal home to try to win him over. Yet despite all of the meetings and all of that compromise, last Sunday, Joe Manchin went on Fox News and said that he would not be supporting the Build Back Better bill, effectively killing the plan right there on the spot. So going back to Charlemagne's original question, Kamala Harris got all offended that Charlemagne would ask if Joe Manchin was the one really running the country, but yeah, that's how most of us see it. And this is the exact problem with the Democrats. They tell us they're the party of the working class, that they fight for average people against the interests of corporations and billionaires. But when they actually have to fight someone who represents corporations and billionaires, like Joe Manchin, they collapse like a house of cards. And for all those saying, well, what's Joe Biden supposed to do? It's simple. You're the president of the United States. Go on TV and expose Joe Manchin. Tell them that Joe Manchin is a puppet for the coal, gas, and oil industry. Tell them that he's received more donations from these industries than any other US senator. Tell them that Joe Manchin represents one of the poorest states in the country and that he's choosing to forward the interests of his corporate donors rather than the interests of his constituents who would be lifted out of poverty by this bill. Call on any one of the 81 million people that voted for you to apply pressure on Joe Manchin. Of course, Joe Biden had a million chances to do these things, but he didn't. Because at the end of the day, Joe Biden is on the side of corporations too. If the Democrats couldn't defend a bill that's supported by the vast majority of Americans, it's clear that they're not fighting for the vast majority of Americans. And if that's the case, we need a party that will. It's that simple.